This is something I've been intending to do for a long time. Yeah, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Now, I should really preface this, because people who have actually looked back through the videos that I've done in the past will see that I started a Banjo-Kazooie playthrough ages ago, and did like 4 parts. Forget that playthrough. We'll do it on the Game Boy. Forget that playthrough. The fact is, I was doing it on an emulator. I didn't have the right sort of controller set up. Recording from my laptop was dodgy. It was all just, it just wasn't going well, and I really wasn't happy with what we were getting out of the end result, to be honest. But now we're moving into on the Xbox 360 version of Banjo-Kazooie, the Xbox Live Arcade, and it's a pretty fucking awesome game. Now, there are a few differences between this version and the N64 version. The main one being that in the N64 version, whenever you went into a level, you collected notes. For however long you're in that level, you would set a note score, maximum being 100. And when you go back into that level, you can start collecting them all again to beat your note score. Of course, like I said, max of 100. In this game, once you've collected a note, it's done, it's collected. It's a collectible, it's in your inventory, it doesn't leave, you know? There's no high score, it's just collect it and it's yours. I kind of prefer the original note score system because I found there was a lot more replayability there. And that's really one of the reasons why I actually wanted to continue doing the N64 version of the game. But, you know, times are a-changing and things are a bit awkward. Fuck it, I said, let's just do the 360 version. Hey, it's got a really nice resolution at least. Fuck it, you know what I mean? That's pretty much all I got. You know, some of the textures are sharpened up and the resolution's pretty nice. I can't complain with it. It's a colourful game and I fucking love it in all its iterations except for fucking nuts and bolts. Seriously, I bought nuts and bolts just because this game was like an exclusive downloadable. Like, at the time, it was definitely coming on the Xbox Live Arcade, but you could download it like a month early if you bought nuts and bolts. And I bought nuts and bolts pretty much just because you could download Banjo-Kazooie. And yeah, I can quite safely say I played a shitload more Banjo-Kazooie on the 360 than I did nuts and bolts. Just by far. Straight away got Tooie as well. And on that note, if I can complete this playthrough, if I do a full playthrough of this shit, I will get straight onto Banjo-Tooie. I'll do that shit. Now, in this playthrough, what I'm really going to try and aim for is I'm going to try and get all the notes. I'm going to try and get all the jiggies. I'm going to try and get all the secrets and the Cheeto pages and everything. I've done it before. I gotta tell you, it's a lot fucking harder in Tooie to do it all. But I've done it before, so wouldn't that be nice if we could do it all over again? Yeah. Well, it would be, but we'll see about that. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna pace myself for this. I'm thinking, should I just do half-hour episodes? Should I do an episode per stage? Or something like that? And yeah, I'm just gonna try and do half-hour, 20-minute episodes. Just run through the whole game. Now, if you've never played Banjo-Kazooie, and this is a controversial point that I always throw out, I say it's an N64 platformer that was better than Super Mario 64. Now, everyone's always like, what the fuck are you talking about, Dave? There's a few people that agree with me on that one every now and then. But, I often get shouted at for saying shit like that. Now, here's Bottles, and in this scene, he basically says, hey, your sister's been kidnapped, son. Your sister's been kidnapped. And I'm just like, oh, shit. You're gonna need to fucking get some training going down to fucking beat the witch who fucking kidnapped your sister. And I'm gonna be like, nah. Nah. I don't need that. I don't need that. I'll be fine. And you know, he's all going like, you sure about that? I'm like, nah. I'll be fine. You know, press B if you think we're already good enough. Well, you bet we're good enough, Bottle Brain. So, this is Spiral Mountain, and this is your starting area. This is your first world. sort of thing. And in this area you can instantly increase your health gauge. Before even going into a proper level, you can get your health gauge increase. And you know, the best way to do this when you first play this game is to accept his little tutorial, because there's a load of moves like that, and like that, and like that, and like that, and then like yeah, I actually care about you, mister. I don't actually want to talk to you, Bottle, sorry. And like that. There's a range of moves that you can use, and you're not immediately aware of these. So it's probably best to go through Bottle's little training thing. And then it sort of becomes obvious to you where all these upgrades are. But I guess if you've already played this game and you're watching me, then you don't much care about that. You just want to see the shit go down. Well, first of all, like I said, obvious, we've got to get the health increase, and we've got to get a secret life from in the wall. You know? Shit like that's just got to happen, hasn't it, really? Unfortunately, we can't run all that fast yet. We will be able to after the next level, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So when I was a kid, I genuinely thought Banjo-Kazooie was like the best game ever. It's still definitely one of my most favourite games ever. It still takes that title because it's still so fucking good. It's far better than it should be, at least. The animations are smooth, everything's crisp and lovely, and the characters are so fucking charming and likeable. That's one thing that Rareware did back in the day that just no other company could do in the same way. And the N64 Rareware team, they are just incredible, and it's so disappointing that it's never going to be the same again, you know? You're never going to get a game development team like the Rareware team back in the day. So many like interviews and things that they've said from like Grant Kirkhope and a few of the other developers on the Conker series and shit, saying how they used to compete against each other. Like they'd watch the Banjo team and they were like, fucking hell, how'd they do that? And try and put that in Conker, and fucking the Conker team be watching everyone else, and fucking, you know, they were competing against each other to make a fun game back in the day, and it's fucking beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. Yeah, I'm ready to tackle the witch. And you can tell it's the witch's lair because it's a giant witch head. Considering how small this Spiral Mountain area is, you would assume that Banjo and Kazooie would know all about the witch. I mean, it doesn't even look like there's a way for them to get out of Spiral Mountain. You'd assume look, the house is down there. You'd think they'd know all about the witch, know all about what she's about, how much of a bitch she is, but no, they have to be informed of that sort of shit. Just foolishness, really. Now, the basic story is that Tooty is cute and beautiful or whatever, and Grunty wants to take that youth and beauty for herself. Luckily, they have a machine which can put all of the youth and beauty into Grunty, but they just, throughout the entire game, it just doesn't happen. Which is nice, because if it did happen, it'd be really, really inconvenient. You trying to save her and everything. Because look, they're putting them in the machine now, but it's just not going to happen. I guess it takes a really fucking long time or something, right? So yeah, because I did an earlier playthrough of this, I'm probably going to repeat myself a lot. I'm probably going to talk a lot of shit, so you know, if you've already watched that playthrough, you're going to be so disappointed that I'm starting from the beginning again. But then again, I'm not sure if anyone did watch that playthrough. Oh yeah, I ain't got that move yet. But I will soon. Fucking love the music and everything in this game. The way it transitioned from the overworld theme to a different theme when I went to a different area. It was that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. Come on. Yep. Woohoo! Look, picture's complete. When you gain Jiggies in worlds, like the game tells you the main purpose is to unlock more worlds and progress through the mountain or the lair or whatever. And here's Mumbo's Mountain, the first level, where you get to meet the titular Mumbo, who's a pretty great character, really. And there's one of his skulls. I'm not sure where I should head to first. I guess I should rescue that Jinjo. Ah, couldn't make it back. Couldn't make it back. Not looking where I'm going. Camera going crazy. Couldn't do it. So yeah, these are the notes. Like I said, in the N64 version, every time you left the level, all the notes would come back. And however many was your high score in that level of collecting it at one point, that would be the amount you've collected in the level, basically. Ow. Nice and easy. Old Conga up here just sort of throws oranges at you. You step on the orange switches and... yeah. Afterwards out pops a fucking Jiggy. It's like that simple, right? While I was at it, you saw I grabbed one of Conga's oranges. And I bet he was bare vexed about that. I'm gonna just stroll over here. Here's Chimpy. Chimpy fucking loves oranges. He's just like, oh shit! I love oranges, man! You can deal with this fucking raisin log and shit, man. You see, it's just all friendly and everyone's getting along. Oh, it's not gonna get up. No. Alright, so here's the first of Bottles' molehills. And Bottles basically does the same thing he does in the overworld, and he teaches you moves. And so right now he's going to teach me the ancient ways of the egg, which is you either shoot them out your ass or you shoot them out your mouth. So you press B instead, and you can shoot them out from behind. And he's like, oh god. Oh god, that sounds painful. Luckily you can carry up to 100 eggs. That sounds like a lot. That sounds like a lot of eggs to be carrying. It could just be me. Probably is just me. Filled up my health as well, which is always nice. And I can just press Y. I can crouch and press Y to fire them at the bastard. Oh my god. I don't know why I was sliding about and shit. And that's just another Jiggy. Like, I stole his fucking orange, made him uncover the secret Jiggy, got our next Jiggy from the fucking chimp, and then shot him a few times until he gave me a next one. I mean, that's some shit. It's a bit slippy, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, don't worry, I'm coming for you, Bottles. Your basic platformer exploration bullshit going on right here. Look at this world is really compact. Everything's close together. There's nothing too far removed or too hidden. Look at that Jiggy. It's just sitting there. It's literally like, don't worry, you don't have to put any effort into this one if you don't want to. That's what the game's saying to you. But the thing is, when I was a kid exploring this game, like, it felt huge. It felt like I had to go for miles to find everything. It really did. So I don't know. I guess it's just the sort of scale of the game worlds I'm used to nowadays, or something. But God, I used to. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I used to love this shit, man. Utterly love this shit. Gotta get all them notes. Right, in the overworld, the Gruntilda's lair, the notes unlock note doors, and they literally just cordon off portions of the main overworld. So you can't get too far without progressing in certain stages, you know? A lot like Super Mario 64's Star Doors, basically. I mean, you know, I say I prefer this to Super Mario 64, and don't get me wrong, I totally do. I will totally stand by that. But to say that this game doesn't take a few hints and cues from Mario 64, well, it definitely fucking does. It takes a lot of what it does straight from Mario 64, the way the game is sort of built and the way you progress through stages, but it did it in an even smoother way. Honestly, I just feel like this game is just so much smoother to play than Super Mario 64. The controls definitely feel smoother straight away. The sheer variety of different moves and attacks you can use when you get to learning them, it gets crazy, and it feels like each stage has something new for you to learn, something new to explore and discover. The sense of discovery and exploration in this game is really second to very few. I say second to none. It's second to something, I'm sure, but there's not many games better. Also, I absolutely adore how when you break these obvious wood huts, they're quite clearly wood huts. If you look, like bricks and pipework pop out. Like it's just pipework and bricks and shit. And yeah, all the Jinjos collected, they give me a Jiggy. Right? So I've already got 5 out of this stage. There's a life for me. There's another Jiggy. You see that? Another Jiggy. Oh, don't worry. We're not finished with the Jiggies yet. Hold your horses. Check this out. There's another Jiggy. Yeah. And guess what's gonna happen when I'm fucking dealing with Juju? This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna fucking get this shit. Yeah, that's right. Another Jiggy. Yeah. Seriously, like, the Jiggies just sort of get thrown at you in this tiny area. Oh, hold up. Not quite yet. There is a couple of things I have to do before I go visit Mumbo. Slightly out the way. Yes, there is another Jiggy there. Yes, I know that's a lot of fucking Jiggies really fucking fast, especially considering they're this game's equivalent of the Mario 64 stars. But this is just the first stage, to be fair. If in Mario 64 you could get all the get stars without having to exit and re-enter levels all the time, then I think it would be this easy, if not easier, to be honest. Okay, one other place I have to go before I do the transformation. Right the way back near Congo, or right fucking over here is what I'm trying to say. Well, we hadn't even apparently got all the skulls we needed for Mumbo, so it's a good thing we went back to here. Look at that. Outside of the level, it unlocks a Jiggy. Which, in case you couldn't tell, that's going to be needed. There's notes under there. Don't think we're missing any more of Mumbo's skulls, but I'm sure you need 5. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. It's in there. I remember now. Hey, no bears allowed. What are you doing in here? I'm leaving. I'll be back though. You won't know. So Banjo is pretty iconic with his yellow shorts and blue backpack, I guess. I mean, I fucking certainly think he's iconic, but what you gonna do? Not everyone's gonna agree. What's up, Mumbo? Me and Mumbo, best shaman in all game. Interesting thing Grant Kirkhope said is that Mumbo's dialogue, the oh, is actually the words "come and have a go if you think you're hard enough," but "come and have go if you think you're enough. Come and go. You can sort of hear come and go a lot. It's actually pretty clever. Come and up it go. Come, go, come. Yeah, I love Banjo. Alright, and he can transform me using the 5 Mumbo skulls I found throughout the level into this tiny fucking ant. And you'll notice that as he transforms me, he goes, Uminaka! Which, you know, he's talking about his balls, you know, the knackers. Uminakas! No, seriously, he actually is. Like Grant Kirkhope said that shit. Watch the fucking Game Grumps Grant Kirkhope episode. I swear to God, guys. Seriously. I promise you. Like, I think Game Grumps are okay and everything. I mainly watched that episode for fucking Grant Kirkhope because Grant Kirkhope. And he's such a funny guy. They should just do gaming with Grant. I would watch the shit out of that. Yeah, I fucking fuck that jump up so often, so I'm really happy today. It's an awkward angle to look at, to be honest. Yeah. Don't need the eggs so much. So yeah, the termite can, termite. He can climb up the sort of steep ledges that even Kazooie can't when she's trotting about. And this, that makes 10 for this level. That noise, yep. That means I got all 10 from this level. The last secrets are this honeycomb piece and these notes. That's 100 notes. That's but all honeycomb pieces. That's everything from this level. For all of, you know, we don't actually have to return to this level ever again. Nice and easy, right? Yeah, World 1 is fucking, it's piece of piss. It really is. And the only thing left, really. Look at that shit. And that's how you fucking do Mumbo's Mountain. I only started this game 23 minutes ago, smashing it. Oh yeah, but, you know, Mumbo magic get weak. Oh, magic all gone. Ah. Oh well. Now you see, you can't get up this slope without Kazooie's little trot. And here we can see a note door. Now, I haven't actually explained these. If you've played the game before, you'll know what it is. It is like a beehive, which is jumping about and has eyes. Smash that open to get that dank honeycomb ping. Here's Bottles explaining what a note door is, like we don't know already. I've explained it to the people, Bottles. Leave them alone. Let me just get in there. Yeah, we need 50 notes to break the spell and go through the door. Luckily, we got all 100 from that level because easy as pie. And now Grunty wants to fucking have a moan as well. Jeez. I know, Banjo. You may take a bow. It really was that good. Here's Brentilda. Brentilda is Grintilda's nicer sister, and she creeps down to help out. You never see Brentilda anywhere in Banjo-Tooie, mind you, even though it introduces Grunty's other sisters, but there you go. Now I'm going to try and roughly remember these. I probably won't end up remembering them at all, though.